Hello, my dear children. Welcome to this session in physics. Hope you have watched all the videos till now. So today we are going to deal with some numericals related to speed, velocity and acceleration. Children, numericals are part and parcel of physics and we can't ignore it. So to get more confidence in the subject physics, you have to be confident in doing the numericals. So let us start. Children, the first question, convert the following quantities in their SI units. Two questions are here. 36 kilometer per hour, we have to convert it to meter per second. Second question, 300 meter per minute has to be converted to meter per second. So, kilometer per hour to convert to meter per second, we have already discussed that the number has to be multiplied by 5 by 18. Children, how do we get this 5 by 18? Because we have to convert kilometer to meter, hour to second. So look here, kilometer, 1 kilometer is 1000 meters and 1 hour is 60 minutes, that is 60 into 60 seconds. So when we divide that quantity, that is 1000 divided by 3600, or by reading this in lower terms, we get the fraction 5 by 18. So now let us multiply 36 into 5 by 18 and we get the answer 10 meter per second. So any number, if we have to convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second, just multiply that number by 5 by 18. Second question, 300 meter per minute. So in the numerator, distance is given in meters. There's no problem in it. But the time is given in minutes. So you have to convert that minute to second. So 300 by 60 seconds. 1 minute is 60 seconds. So when we cancel it, we get or divide it, we get the answer as 5 meter per second. A simple numerical. An electric train is moving with a speed of 30 meter per second. How much distance will it travel in 30 seconds? So children, meter per second stands for speed. So speed is given as 30 meter per second and time is given in seconds, that is 30 seconds. So we have to calculate distance. So distance, what is the equation? We know speed is distance by time. So distance will be speed into time. So when we multiply 30 into 30 and we get it as 900 meters. A car moves along a straight path with variable velocity as shown in the figure. When the car is at a position A, its velocity is 10 meter per second, and when it is at B, its velocity is 20 meter per second. If the car takes 5 seconds to move from A to B, find the acceleration. So here children, even though the question looks lengthy, the answer is very simple. We have to calculate acceleration. They have directly given all the quantities. What is the initial velocity? Can you say? Yeah, the initial velocity of the car is 10 meter per second. And what's its final velocity at the point B? Yeah, it is 20 meter per second. And what is the time taken for the change? That is 5 seconds. So directly we can use the equation. Acceleration is change in velocity by time. That is v minus u by t. So we get the answer as 2 meter per second. Children, one thing you have to note while you're doing numericals related to acceleration is that in the numerical, if it is said that if an object starts from rest, the initial velocity, that is u, will be 0. If the object comes to a halt or comes to rest during its motion, then final velocity of v will be equal to 0. And make sure that all your units are in SI. A train moving at a speed of 100 meter per second comes to rest in 5 seconds. Find its retardation. So children, read the question and understand the data. Here they have given the speed in the form of velocity. So the thing that is given here is its initial velocity. So that is 100 meter per second. So u is 100 meter per second. It comes to rest. That means its final velocity v is equal to 0. So time is 5 seconds. So there is no need of any conversion since the velocity and the time are in SI units. So we have to calculate retardation. Children, negative acceleration is known as retardation. So we have to calculate acceleration here. So that is v minus u by t. So when we substitute 0 minus 100 by 5, we get it as minus 20. See, the word retardation is already negative. So when we say retardation, we say that the train has a retardation of 20 meter per second square. Or it has an acceleration of minus 20 meter per second square. Children, now let us do a question from our textbook exercise. Abdul, while driving to school, computes the average speed for his trip to be 20 km per hour. On his return trip along the same route, there is less traffic and the average speed is 30 km per hour. What is the average speed for Abdul's trip? So children, read the question very thoroughly and you just try to imagine, or you just, I have given a figure there, just try to understand that. So suppose A is Abdul's home and B is his school. So his trip has two parts. First he is going from his home to his school and then he is coming back from his school to his home. So during his motion from A to B, we know that his average speed that I have given as S1 is 20 km per hour. But we don't know the time that he took to go from the home to school. So let the time be equal to T1. Now in return, when he's returning from his school to home, that is B to A, the traffic is less, so the speed is more. See the average speed, it is 30 km per hour. So let that be equal to S2. So and the time that he takes, that also we don't know. So let that be equal to T2. So here we have to calculate average speed for Abdul's total trip. That means from A to B and B to A. See children, we know to calculate average speed. Average speed, what is the equation? Total distance divided by total time. So here in this numerical, we don't know the total distance and also we don't know the total time. So if such a numerical is asked, how to do? So for that, first assume that the total distance from A to B equal to X. So time taken by Abdul from home to school, you know time T1, you know time is equal to distance by speed. So distance we take it as X and speed in that trip from A to B it is 20 kilometers. So T1 becomes X by 20. And similarly time taken from Abdul from school to home T2, also we are using the same equation, that is T2 is equal to again X by the speed, that speed is 30 km per hour. So T2 is equal to X by 30. Now to get total time we are adding T1 plus T2, that is X by 20 plus X by 30, we get the fraction X by 12. And total distance, how can we calculate? Just we know the distance to one side is X, so the other side also the same distance, isn't it children? So X plus X will be 2X. So average speed, the total distance, that is 2x divided by total time, that is x by 12. So we get the answer 24 km per hour. This is the way that we have to do if such numerical is asked. Let us look into one more textbook numerical. Joseph jogs from one end A to the other end B of a straight 300-meter road in 2 minutes 30 seconds and then turns around and jogs 100-meter back to point C in another 1 minute. What are Joseph's average speeds and velocities in jogging? First question, from A to B and from A to C. So we'll look part by part. So first question, from A to B. So children, look the diagram, look the picture that I have given there. So the total distance from A to B is 300 meter. So first, when the person goes from A to B, is very easy. Average speed is total distance divided by total time. So total distance given as how much children? 300 meter. Total time is 2 minutes 30 seconds. So we have to convert that, isn't it? So that is 150 seconds. So average speed is 300 divided by 150. So we'll get it as 2 meter per second. Now what is average velocity children? Average velocity is total displacement by total time. So we'll get the total displacement is also the same, isn't it? Initial position is A and final position is B. So the distance is 300 again. So 300 by 150 again we'll get the answer as 2 meter per second. The B part of the previous question, here we have to calculate the average speed from A to C. That means the person starts from A, goes to B and comes back to C. So children, what is the total distance? Yeah, it is AB plus BC, that is 300 plus 100, that is 400 meter. The total time, the time that he took to go from A to B is 2 minutes 30 seconds and the time he took from B to C is again 1 minute. So adding all that time we get it as 210 seconds. So average speed is total distance by total time, that is 400 meter by 210 seconds, that is we get 1.9 meter per second. And average velocity, you have to be careful because we need total displacement. That means he starts from A, now his position is at C. So what is the straight line distance from A to C? Okay, we have to minus the total distance to that distance he's now. That means 300 minus 100, it will give you 200. So A to C, the distance is 200 or the displacement is 200. So you get the average velocity as total displacement by total time, that is 200 by 210, that is 0.9 meter per second. Children, hope it is clear. Children, now based on the previous videos and this particular video session, can you just answer these questions? Try to answer. When a particle moves in a straight line from point A to point B, the distance covered is dash to the displacement. Second, the ratio of total distance traveled to the total time taken is known as its dash. 108 km per hour is equal to dash meter per second. Odometer of a vehicle measures its dash. If a body is moving with uniform velocity, its acceleration is dash. A body can have uniform dash and still varying velocity. When a body has equal displacements in equal intervals of time, it is said to be moving with dash. Homework. A bus decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 5 seconds. Find the acceleration of the bus. Second question. A car accelerates uniformly at 4 meter per second square from rest. Find its velocity at the end of 5 seconds.